Welcome back to the show. Relationships counselor David Flowers is joining us in studio this morning from David Flowers Couples Teletherapy to talk to us about one of the best things you can be doing right now all by yourself to improve your relationship. Good morning.
Hi, how you doing, man?
Good to see you again, David. So I'm intrigued here. David, first off, what's that thing we can all do right now?
Yeah, well, it's the one thing that some people might find most, I don't know, intimidating or most difficult, but it's just fix your own stuff.
Introspection, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, do your own work.
Yeah, so, you think about a couple as a unit, but what do you mean when you say individual problems are the cause of a lot of relationship issues? Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first you think of like the clinical issues, right? Like anxiety, depression, if people have a background in trauma, even ADHD and other things like that can cause issues in relationships, right? On top of that, there could be that a person is a little bit maybe self-absorbed, right? It could be a person's difficulty with handling money. I mean, there's tons and tons, like almost an unlimited number of personal things that can really impact relationships.
Yeah, I guess is it important to remember that it's still individuals as a part of a unit?
Yeah, it's two individual people that need to be individually healthy.
Yeah, and you can bring your own, I guess baggage isn't a good word, but
your
own issues to the table.
Yeah.
So is this mostly for couples maybe where one partner won't go to counseling or situations like that?
I would recommend it for every individual person, period. Just figuring out what your stuff is and how you can get better will make all your relationships better, not just your intimate sort of partner relationships.
Okay. So let's say someone decides to take you up on this and they want to get work on some things in their own life. How do they even get started?
Well, you could go to friends, right? You could ask friends, hey, I understand you've had counseling. Who do you recommend? That's where I would start, is with personal contacts. But if you don't have any of those for whatever reason, Google psychologytoday.com, find a therapist. And they have a great tool up there. You can put in your zip code and the kinds of issues that you want help with, and it'll help direct you and kind of narrow down the number of calls you might have to make.
Okay, and if both partners in a relationship, took this seriously and worked hard on their own individual issues, would that mean they wouldn't need to see someone like you for couples counseling?
It's a great question. When I first started doing this, I thought that was the case. Well, if two individuals are both, really healthy, then they shouldn't have any relationship problems. But being healthy and having a good grip on your own personal stuff doesn't mean that you know how to phrase things properly so that your partner can, hear you. There's a lot of reasons why somebody can be in really good shape individually, but still have sort of barriers and problems, in their couple relationship.
Yeah, so overall, why is it important maybe to seek out that counseling? What can counseling do as far as helping with communication?
And it can help find your strengths as a couple, and that's kind of what you need to build on. And it can really give a granular look at what the challenges are. Like, what is the nature? 90% of couples say, hey, we're having communication problems. But what does that mean?
Sure.
Right? Specifically, what kinds of stuff, what are the specific barriers that couples are having? And counseling can help kind of ferret out the specifics of that and then come up with specific interventions that can help couples through the difficulties they're having.
Yeah, so overall, bottom line, does it come down to individual work sometimes, even if you are in a relationship?
Yeah, I would say definitely individual work, whether you're in a relationship or not. But I just want to say that if a person has a partner who isn't willing to come with them to counseling, and that's the case, not infrequently, I don't want people to feel discouraged, like there's nothing at all they can do to help their relationship. They can go and get their own stuff taken care of. That could have a dramatically positive effect.
Yeah, talking can help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll share that information one more time for folks at home. If you want to take a step in that direction, as always, David, thank you for your insight. We appreciate the information.
Glad to be here. Thanks,
yeah.
Matt.